Hello everyone, it's time for this week's quick tip. Now you might be asking yourself, why do I have these 4-inch barrel bolts here next to my track? And the answer is because this week's tip is how to make a quick, easy, and inexpensive drop leaf access for a walk-around layout, for an around-the-walls layout. Going around the walls gives us several advantages with track planning. One, it generally gives us wider curves, it gives us more running room, and it gives us the opportunity to have narrower areas so that you can reach everything. But the problem is, how do we get into the interior without busting our backs? And so there's a couple of solutions. There's a lift out where you completely remove the section. There's the lift up, and there is the drop down. Initially, I wanted to put a lift up section here, but I ran into a couple problems. One, in order to properly hinge, you have to have enough of a vertical clearance so that the track doesn't pinch against itself. So to do that, you have to either have the hinge behind the area, your fulcrum, put the fulcrum behind where the hinge is, that's a better way to say it, using some type of a long distance lever, or you can use blocks and put it above. I thought about that, but I thought it was unsightly. The second problem is when it's in the up position, you need some way to secure it so it doesn't go falling down, things like that. So after playing with several different designs, I finally decided that the best way to do was to go down. One, I could hide the hinge hardware, whereas the other way, both the hinge and the locks would be visible. And secondly, instead of having to have some way to secure the lift up, gravity would hold it down for me. So what we have over here, this is the side that slides away. We have our two 4-inch barrel bolts here that hold the track in alignment. Before I show you the hinge, what I did was I cut my bridge section, making sure everything was square, left that in place, laid the track, and then cut my gaps. Where I knew there was going to be a gap, I added additional metal ties from scrap pieces of track to help secure the ends of the rail so it wouldn't wiggle around, so we would have good alignment every time we'd go up and down. On this side, I did a little different. Instead of cutting right here, I had these half sections of track, and I decided instead to just cut where the joiners would be here and go ahead and just let the track be part of the bridge of the fulcrum itself. So you lay the track, you find your gap, you then cut the gap. Simple as that. So let's see the nuts and bolts, the actual hardware of how this works. And let me unlatch my hinge here. And down we go. And here is the key. By putting the fulcrum below track level, I have plenty of clearance to allow the track to get out of the way of itself. Also, you see here, I used a very wide piano hinge. That way there is very, very little lateral play from side to side, so the track stays in alignment. Between the hinge and the barrel bolts, there's probably about $12 worth of hardware invested in this project. Very simple, very easy, and very much in budget. So there you go, a simple drop-down leaf for access to the inside of your layout in a walk-around situation. So if you like what we're doing here, like, comment, subscribe, and check out our upcoming tips. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.